This entire curriculum was developed by people that are actually teaching in the program. So people who are coming from the industry with lots of experience. We spend our entire careers working in the brewing industry. The interesting thing is that, of course, all our individual experiences are unique. So we're all coming, from different angles, which means that actually we're, able to offer our students, different views on different things in the industry. From the very first day, we tell our students that science is probably number one. We want our students to be able to understand what is happening during the entire brewing process.
We focus on first the fundamental science. There's a lot of science behind making beer, and then we work with the students to help them apply it into in the real world of brewing. Well, it was a fascinating experience because I'd been involved in my previous lives in the industry with brewer training programs where all over the world I have helped to create programs to develop the next generation of brewmasters. So when I sat down to look at this program, it was trying to think about how to adapt all the problems that I knew of that I really felt people needed to know, but how to take it down to the basics, starting with the basic science that people needed to understand, and then be able to build on that. We would be able to take them to as high a level as we could in a 2-year program. It takes years of practice to actually learn how to make all the mistakes. I always tell aspiring brewers that they need to be detectives. They need to be able to look at what's going on and what do they do about it. I ran into one of our students from the first cohort and I said, "How's this summer going versus last year at your brewery?" And he looked at me and said, "Oh, Nancy, now when things go wrong, I know what's happening and I know how to fix it." And I thought that's what our goal is to have students understand and respond.
What makes the KPU Brewing program stand out, I find, compared to other programs, is that it has a really big hands-on component. So I really like that because they get to, and not only in the brewing aspect, but also in the lab aspect. I do a lot of the labs, and so I do see them interacting with a lot of like the experimental processes that are in the chemistry lab, in the micro lab, in the sensory lab. So I find that they get a very round up training, not only in the brewing, but also in all the other aspects of the brewing process that include the quality control.
We provide a really good foundation and training here. So I think employers now, they know if they're hiring a KPU grad that this person has a good foundation in terms of brewing science, but also has some practical hands-on skills. So as far as I see it, we're value added in terms of our graduates are coming in and the employer is not starting from scratch in terms of training for brewing. The students have had some experience cleaning tanks, brewing beer, and they also have all the background knowledge of the brewing process and the science that's involved in brewing. So I think it makes that transition into the workforce smoother for both the students or our graduates and the employers as well. We're always kind of keeping up with what's happening in the industry, and I think the most exciting thing for me is to see the students bring that into the classroom and say, hey, I've been reading up on this, I'd like to try it in the brewery. And the students have been really creative over the years, and I think that to me is the most exciting thing. We've had students make some really creative student signature beers, we call them. So throughout the years, we've had students really pushing the envelope and creating really interesting beers. Tailor it to what the students are interested in. I think that engages the students in the learning process and makes it valuable for everyone.
So one of my goals is really to try to be able to reconnect all the alumni for the last 10 years. KPU is such a wonderful community, and it has such a profound impact in the brewing industry. To have that network is going to be quite amazing for everybody in the program, especially when you go out into breweries and apply for jobs. When people hear that you're a KPU graduate, it means a lot.
What inspired me to join the brewing program was that I previously studied chemistry at school and just always enjoyed craft beer. And then I thought this would be a great way to combine what I liked to study and what I enjoyed doing in my free time. And then I came out here and really enjoyed being in the BC craft beer scene as well. So KPU was the obvious choice to come out and study.